Hey y'all, I'm live. I'm 2 minutes early. I'm making up for all the times I was late. Y'all gotta let me know if y'all can hear me. And I gotta give my folks the MX network over here. We early, so don't say that. Y'all always say I'll be late. So I made up for it. I started early, 2 minutes early. Shout out to me. Okay, y'all. Do me a favor. Y'all can hear me. Let me know. Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me. Okay. And why the whole screen look blue? I promise you I'm gonna get this light right. Either I'm purple all the time or I'm blue today, but it is what it is, okay? Y'all can hear me? Okay, good, because I would have been running my mouth for nothing. All right, y'all. I gotta give my folks on MX Network over here. So they could come on over here and we can have a good time with them too. All right. And then we're gonna get into this conversation. Y'all do me a favor though. Like this video. Y'all already know, like this video, share this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. So when YouTube ain't a hater, we're gonna see if they hating today. We're gonna see if they hating today. It's just me. Okay, see, I feel like the color back now, but it be going to the left and then I'll be turning blue. Y'all got to forgive me. I ain't the best at this lighting shit though, but I could do the show. Sometimes I ain't great at getting the light. See, I'm blue now. Okay, it's gonna come back though. Let me see. I gotta make sure everything working on MX Network. I would play some music while y'all waiting, but we can't do that. No, we cannot do that. Hey, they over there on that MX Network. I had to go see. Make sure my folks was in the house. So anyway, y'all, let's have this conversation. Before we do though, I want to give y'all a couple of updates. So shout out to my attorney. So y'all know that forever YouTube has been hating on me. They do not like me. They demonetized me like 3 years ago. And every time I go to get monetized, they be like, no. They would deny me for imaginary videos that's not even on my page no more, right? But we wrote them a letter. Okay, because they won't talk to you, but they will give you their legal department. So we sent a letter to the legal department because they kept denying me for stuff that wasn't even real. Talking about, is the video on your page? Motherfucker, I deleted that video 8 months ago. What is you talking about, right? So anyway, as you can see, you look at the bottom of that chat, what you see, that $sign. So we monetized again. So if I'd have known this, I wouldn't have took this goddamn long. I would have went and wrote their asses a motherfucking letter and got an attorney, okay? But sometimes YouTube be hating, and what they will do is, and so we'll see. But either way it go, we got MX Network, y'all. What they tend to do, y'all, is they give you a channel back, but then they be petty and they'll shadow ban you. So even though you is monetized, they don't tell nobody you be live. So we gonna see. We're going to see. Y'all know the numbers we normally have in here. I want to give a shout out to my brother Q. I don't know if you guys are watching. Anybody that was watching, shout out to you guys. So 2 days we did live stream from here. We did the Science Expo and the fair that Q had. Shout out to my brother Q. They did an event. Some of y'all came in. We had a handful of people. Wasn't that many people. We didn't even reach 100 folks in here. But shout out to the people that did come in and watch and at least give your support a little bit, you guys. I also want to say shout out to you. Got your notification. Okay, well, maybe they want some money. That's why they're gonna spread the word. Because they get some money when they give you some money. But I want to say shout out to Q. His mother passed away yesterday. So he found out early in the morning, y'all, right before he had to go do the event, but he still showed up and did everything he had to do for the community and everything. So y'all send him some love if you see him online. Y'all send him an email. Y'all send him a cash app for Zayas Institute because he be putting in all of this work, you guys, for the babies. If y'all saw, the babies is the dopest. They show their projects and everything. Sometimes we was having technical difficulties, but that's all right. That's what happens when you grassroots, right? Everything is not perfect. everything can't always be done exactly how you want it to do, but it was done. And know that them babies got to promote their projects and everything went down. The most important thing is the babies was there because they were getting ready for science fairs in their areas, right? So they're looking to do science fairs, you guys, so that they can get some scholarships and stuff like that and get the money. And they created some really great things, all right? So shout out to them babies and shout out to Q. If y'all all want to know how to donate, you guys can go over to the live. You'll see that there's 2 of them on my page. And on that live, you guys, you can go over there, and in the description of the video is his Cash App, but also is the website. Go check out the website, y'all. Get information to anybody you know, that may be interested, even if it's not you. Shout out to 7. Sent the Cash App already. I ain't even started. Shout out to you. Thank you. But y'all go over there. You can go over to the website, you guys. They got gear. They got some dope gear. Buy a shirt or something. You ain't got no kids. Give them a donation. You can do monthly reoccurrence. Go over to the website. Tell somebody else about it. All right. So anyway, shout out to Q and them babies and the science fair that happened this past couple of days. All right. The next thing I do want to say, somebody said, can we still enroll for that class you have on sale? Absolutely. So that's the next thing I wanted to say, you guys. All of this information is in the description of this video. So get your subscription, first of all, to MX Network. Tomorrow I will be live, but we will carry the live over there. We're going to talk about the church and all these secrets that people want to keep for forever. Y'all want to act like this stuff don't happen in the pulpits. We're going to listen to somebody tell their truth about how they were groomed by y'all beloved TD Jakes. And we're going to talk about this because it's a conversation. It ain't got to just be the hot topic. We know this happened, 2 weeks ago? It don't matter, because just because time done passed, there's always some mess going on in the pulpit at the churches, okay? I came fresh up out the churches, okay? I used to be a pastor myself, and they ain't like me because I was over there calling them out on the bullshit they was doing, just like I be calling out these fake-ass activists on the stuff they be doing today. So we're going to have that conversation, but we're going to do that on MX Network. So make sure you go and get your subscription, you guys. You can get a free subscription. You can watch all these lives off your free subscription while I'm live and for a whole 24 hours. After that, you got to have a paid subscription to watch them. Shout out to Dee Dee. Dee Dee, you is the first person to give me a super chat in 75 years. Not really, but like in 3. That's my first super chat in forever, y'all. Y'all know they was doing me dirty up in here. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to you for the first super chat up in here. So anyway, you guys, we'll have that conversation over there, so you can get that link there. And for the person that asked about the class, yes. So I have another boot camp coming up. Shout out to my boot camp class. They have already, this happens in all the boot camps. After the first class or 2, the first couple of things we talk about, which are the ways you make money without having to really spend no money. Well, spending no money at all to get started, right? And those ways, all my classes, I always have students who come back by the 2nd or 3rd class and they like, girl, I done already made some money. So anyway, we do have another boot camp coming up January. The sale for that one is over, but we do payment plans, but you got to, it ain't that much, but I mean, it might be much to a couple of y'all, right? If you want to do that, but you got to email me for that. But right now, I am on the 21st, which is next Saturday. It's going to be about 2.5 hour class. At the most, it might be 3. But I am going to be doing a class, and it's just a one-day class. You will get the replay for you to watch again if you missed some of the class, if you're not in there. But that is a one-day class, and it is way more affordable. It is $49. And right now, until midnight tonight, you can get $10 off. All the information is in the description box. So then it's only $39, right? And so that class, I'm going to teach you the 3 ways that I teach my students in my boot camp, how you make money, and it don't cost you nothing to get started, okay? So the same way I teach them, and they making money already, it don't even cost you nothing to get started. And then you can decide if Mechee is a good teacher or not. And you think I got some knowledge for you if you want to take the boot camp. That's not until January the 5th, because we're not done yet with this one. We have 2 more classes, and then 4 more, because we have a check-in class every Wednesday. So technically 4, you guys. And then we will be done, and then I'll be I need a break for like a week, and then I'll be starting the next boot camp. But you guys can get in on the class Saturday. This is a one-day class, 2 to 3 hours. You will get a replay. You can watch it as much as you want to after it is over as well. So if you want to get that $10 off, which make the cheap class already even cheaper, then you want to do that before 12 o'clock tonight, because then it's gonna go back up to $49. Okay. You got a commercial? Okay, look, don't be laughing. Somebody told me they was putting commercials on my stuff anyway. Now, is that true or not? They demonetized me, and I heard they was playing all kind of commercials for y'all. especially when Kamala was trying to get up in that White House. So now we're gonna talk about our new president, well, our old soon to be the president again. We're gonna talk about him too, because he out here. He said he don't care if they turn off y'all electricity. How many of y'all knew? How many of y'all knew? How many of y'all knew that Canada supplied electricity for us? And not everybody, but New York, Philly, it's a couple of states that they supply your power. How many of y'all knew that? Now, this is going to be a good conversation. We'll get into that at the end. We're going to talk about these drones first, okay? Somebody said they always been playing commercials. I know. How you going to demonetize me but still monetize my stuff and make money off of it? YouTube be playing. They be playing. Somebody said I had no idea. I didn't know that either. For as much as I know stuff, when I heard them say that, I had to go look it up. I did not know that either. But it's a great reason to have this conversation. We talk about this all the time. It's survival, you guys. I know y'all listen to me sometimes when I say, you got to be prepared for all kind of stuff. What you do if the power go out and don't come back on? See, we talked about that. And I say, y'all always think it might be a power outage or a storm and they'll turn it back on. Well, boom, in your face. Here goes a scenario where they can cut your power off if you in these states and it ain't coming back on. What you gonna do? See? Y'all keep playing like, oh, Mechee, ain't no zombie apocalypse. What you talking about? The power go always work for us. Okay. Because when he said, Canada said, we going to cut the power off if Trump put a tariff on it, I'm going to play you a video clip. I'm going to show you what Trump said. Trump said, oh, well, he don't care if your power go off. He got power at Mar-a-Lago. It's power at the White House. He don't care if your power go off. So maybe when we're talking about survival and how you should be ready for anything and stop being so trusting in your government, maybe you should really pay attention to that, y'all. I be telling y'all I ain't playing. So we're going to get in that conversation, but we're going to hold that to the end of this live, right? We're going to talk about the drones and stuff first. But first, I want to give a shout out. If y'all don't mind, we're going to give a minute. We got 550 people in here. We're going to wait and see. We're going to give it a few more minutes and get some folks in here. Y'all like this video, share this video. Shout out to all my people over on MX Network that's over there watching there, though, okay? But what I want to give a shout out to the ancestors. All right? I want to shout out to the ancestors. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to give a shout out to the ancestors for blessing me. Okay, I want to throw something out there, some real life shit to y'all for everybody, and take this as a lesson. Y'all remember when I told y'all that, when we did that survival event, if y'all heard that story, not to get into all the details, but I will tell you at that survival event, after that event, life showed me like a whole bunch of people that I thought was really cool with me. And I've done a lot of stuff for them. And truth be told, that event that got put on and all the stuff I did that weekend, I put my shit down to actually do this for these people because they came to me and was like, Mechee, can you help us? Let's go ahead and put on the survival event. So I put my shit down to start helping them do their stuff, and all of that good stuff, just to turn around at the end of all of that. And within a matter of like a week, it was like 5 people that had been in my life for a minute. I thought that they was cool. They had been in some positions to do some really great stuff for me. And do you know, all them motherfuckers betrayed me. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to tell you, I know what happened now. Something happened because the universe commanded that these niggas' fakeness be exposed for a reason, right? And so at first I was kind of feeling bad. I was like, that's some whack shit, all of these people, and this is how they want to treat me for what? I ain't never done. I don't understand why when a person go all out for you, why you step on a blessing that you have. I see if I did something wrong to you, but why would you bite the hand that helps you, the hand that feeds you? I never understood that, but I understood it now, because let me explain something to y'all. There was a lot of things in my life, and I'm saying this because somebody need to hear. We're going to have church real quick, okay? But while all of the craziness and the nastiness going on in the pulpit, we're going to have church the right way. But I know that over the past couple of years of my life, I have been very blessed in my endeavors and my business ventures and all of the things that I do. But I did not realize how not blessed I wasn't. And what I mean by that is there were people that were around me that all the blessings I get, whether it's opportunities, whether it's the money I have, whether I can help somebody do something, I'm always giving to these people. So my ancestors knew that had they blessed me the way they really wanted to bless me, that I would have shared my stuff with all of these people that did not deserve those blessings. Okay. And the reason why I know this is because as soon as they all betrayed me, oh my God, that shit was a blessing. I promise you it was. Everything that I did not know that I was supposed to be blessed with, the life just done gave it all up. Gave it all up. There is so much stuff that has been knocking on my door. Every time I turn around, I don't have to do nothing but breathe. You understand me? Go to sleep and wake up. And life is like, here you go. Here you go. You want some more? You need some more? Even talk about my YouTube channel, we can sit here and say that, okay, I have my attorney write the letter. But you know, I could have had an attorney write a letter a long time ago. I have deleted all my videos on my page. I've tried to monetize many times. Now, y'all know I used to make a good $10,000 minimum on YouTube. I told y'all back when I had 56,000 subscribers. We almost at 100,000 subscribers now, right? So what you think that check gonna look like now? You do know if I got that check, though, that blessing would have helped all these fake people around me, and it wasn't meant for them. So it's amazing to me, like even when I went and reapplied for remonetization, I was already prepared for them to tell me no. I was surprised when I got that email 3 days fast as hell that said I'm attributed to the letter we sent, but I don't know. I went and reapplied. We didn't even get a response from the letter yet. All I know is they said yes. You know how many times in 3 years I've tried to remonetize my channel? They find every reason to tell me no. I promise you, they told me no because of a video that wasn't even on my page no more. I don't even know how that worked. But I'm telling you, after all these fake ass people got from around me, which I thought it was a betrayal. And I'm like, wow, how could they do all of this? Life just said, let me show you who they really is. We're going to make them remove themselves and their actions. And ever since they left, life has been greater. I thought life was good before. I didn't even know that I was missing out on no blessings. But since then, everything done turned up a whole couple of levels. And now life done really got great. So I want to give a shout out to the ancestors. And I want to tell anybody who out here and y'all upset with people that are around you that are a certain way, let them people go. When people want to walk away from you and do you wrong, let them do you wrong. Learn from that and just let them move the hell on. Don't be upset about it. Don't be worried about it. What I have learned is that some of y'all right now, you might not be being blessed the way you're supposed to be blessed. Things in your life might not be working out because of the people that are around you, right? Especially if you're a giver, because blessings affect those that are around you, right? If you are a person that is greatly blessed, if you are a person that is responsible for a lot of people, if you are a person that is the head of anything, your friends look to you for advice, folks come around. If you one of them people, see, don't nobody call and check on Mechee. I'm the one that call and check on everybody else. And when I'm going through something, they think I'm so strong, they don't never call me. I'm that person. Are you that person in everybody else's life? Consider this. Maybe because you give too much, you don't have everything life want to give you because they know you're going to give it away to the wrong people. And on the other hand, I said the Lord, thank the Lord for, I thank my ancestors because we are allowed, when we believe in the ancestors, we are allowed to believe in you getting your ass whooped too. So at the same time that I have got my blessings, right? I want you to understand that I watch all these people get fucked up. One motherfucker, somebody died in their family 4 days after they did me how they did me. Somebody else went to the hospital in their family and he just don't know it yet, but he got cancer. He can't die fast. Baby, you're not going to get in a car accident or nothing. You going to die real slow because life wants you to have a long demise so you can live through your suffering, bitch, just like you try and put everybody else through, okay? And yes, I do not pray for my enemies, like hot coals on their forehead. No, nigga, I want to see you hurt. And this is the crazy thing. You can send energy to people all day long. I don't talk about my spiritual side much, but yes, you can hex somebody. You can send some shit their way. The problem is you got to sit in the energy you want to send them. So if you want to sit in hate to send them hate, you got to sit in hate for a little while. I don't necessarily want to sit in that energy all the goddamn time, right? So all I ever do is I send back to you what the fuck you done sent to me. It's a mirror. It's called karma. I believe in matching energy, but I don't match the energy. I send back to you the energy that you sent my way. And it was an eye-opener for me when I saw all of these people around him dying and coming to their demise, because it said to me, nigga, you wish death on me? Because if that's what you're receiving, that means that's what you wished on me. Because all I did was send to you what you wished for me. And look at all of y'all and your family niggas just died. And somebody might say, well, his family innocent. I don't give a fuck. That's the whole part of being careful who you attach to, because your blessings or your curses will fall on the folks around you. And if they don't deserve your blessings, they should get from around you. And if you're around somebody who their curses keep falling on you, you should get the from around them. So I don't care about what happened to him or nobody in his family. That's not my concern. That has nothing to do with me. It's above me now. It's above me now. Somebody said, my auntie died. Well, I ain't talking about Umar. I ain't got nothing to do with Umar auntie dying, okay? Nothing to do with me. I just want to say that ain't me. All right, y'all. Let's get into this conversation. Like this video, share this video, subscribe if you have not. Hit that notification bell so that you will be notified when I am live. Or you can go over to MX Network. You could do both, right? And you will get notified when I'm live on MX Network, right? Go ahead and get your free subscription. If you love your girl, then you could go ahead and you could get a paid subscription. Somebody said, get to them drones. See, Jazz, that's your name, Jazz, Jezz. See, I might tell another story now. And this is over on MX Network. Jazz don't know how I do it. You got a subscription to my network and you don't know how we do it. You don't get to tell Mechee. I hate when people tell me to get to a topic. This is not CNN, okay? This is not NBC. This is not any of those. So we giving people time to get in here, and I'm talking to my folks, and we having a conversation. If you've been a day one from Mechee, you know that I used to have these teachable moments, and I would talk about things in life. We call them teachable moments, okay? And so we're going to get to the drones. If you want me to hurry up and have this conversation, then Mechee is probably not the platform for you, because I always give announcements. I'm always going to talk some junk. I'm going to give folks a moment to get in here, okay? And so if that's the kind of show you want, you should probably go over to somebody else's network. You should probably go to somebody's YouTube that has, them pre-made videos where they edit them and they get right to the point. Like we having a conversation, okay? I got a lot of day ones in here, people that have been with me for years, okay? So we have conversations, you know what I'm saying? You don't want no man to come to your house, Jazz. I'm assuming you a woman, you know what I'm saying? And just be like, girl, bust it open, you know what I'm saying? You want them to have some foreplay, maybe sit down, talk to you, maybe have a little bit of food to eat or something, you know what I'm saying? I'll just put it in, you know what I'm saying? I'm have some little foreplay if that's all right with you, okay? I think it's kind of rude, you know what I'm saying? To just be like, all right, boom, bam, I'm in and I'm out. We don't do that over here. Mechee is a talker, and I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna have my announcements, and I'm gonna say the stuff I want to say, and I'm gonna talk to my people in the chat, and we're gonna do all of that. So if that bothers any of you, this is probably not the place for you, nor MX Network. All right, okay. I just want to say, if you're on YouTube, that's one thing. But if you're going to go over to my network, you should probably know whose network you're on. I like when people come to my house and tell me how to set the table. I don't like that. I don't like when you tell me how to season my dish. Either you like what I'm serving or you don't. And if you don't ever have to come eat at my house ever again. Okay? All righty. Now we can have the conversation about the drones. Okay? Now I'm gonna go through the other spiel. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Because YouTube is hating. We've been here 20 minutes. This is what I've been waiting on. I'm testing the scene, all right? We ain't even got to 1,000 people yet. They hating. See, they doing the hating thing. That's all I wanted to test and see if they was gonna hate. We've been in here 23 minutes. Normally we have about 1,800 people in here. YouTube know they hating. But it's all right. We're going to have this conversation, and the people going to see it whenever they see it. But how many of y'all have heard about these drones? We're going to play some news clips in here for y'all too. How many of y'all heard about these drones? Now, the one thing that I find interesting about these drones, now let's talk about this, okay? If you have not heard, there are drones all over the place. How many of you How many of you have flown drones or you know anything about drones? Because it's important that you do. So let me explain some of that to you. Because when we do our filming and we be using our drones and we be using all of that stuff, let me tell you something. You cannot just fly your drone wherever you want to fly your drone. You can't. There are certain areas that you cannot fly your drones in. Okay, it will tell you on your thing, it'll start beeping. It will tell you that you are going into a zone that you are not allowed to be in. Those zones usually have to do with, you know what I'm saying, where it is people that live, apartment buildings, jails, airports. There's a lot of different places you cannot fly your drones. Okay, you cannot do that. And so if you try to fly them, this is the crazy part, it will actually not allow your drone to keep coming in that area. Now, you can fly it in a place you're not supposed to, and then you can get in trouble for it. Some will let you still do it. But when we're talking about airports, we're talking about government places and stuff like that, there is a zone that will actually tell your drone to go back to the base. You will go to fly it, and when it gets to a certain point, that mother will turn around and start beeping and tell you, we can't go here. So it will automatically come back to the base of where you are. Okay, so I need you to understand how drones work and how we have areas where you cannot fly drones. And when you try to fly them in those areas, how some of those things take place. You can't, we tried to get a drone shot of a jail. It was a prison. You can't take that drone with so many feet of that prison. That mug started beeping and said, going right back to your base. You is not allowed to be over here. Okay, so y'all need to understand that so that you can understand this conversation and how ridiculous this is. And once again, your government playing these games. Shout out to you, Lorraine. Thank you for that super sticker. It's weird seeing stuff in the super chats in there. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. Thank you for that, though, Lorraine. So I want y'all to understand that because I need you to understand once again, the ridiculousness of your government and how you better not be trusting these folks like you think you want to trust these people. Again, I tell you, it don't matter if it's Trump in the office. It don't matter if it's Kamala. It don't matter who coming after Trump or whoever going to be in there, right? It does not matter who is in the White House. There is an agenda that the government has that has been set into play long before anybody gets elected into the White House, and they are not going to change that main agenda. Now, Trump can come along and Trump can kick some immigrants out. Trump might be able to pardon some people. Trump might be able to fire a couple folks. He might be able to do a couple little things, right? He might be able to put some tariffs on people and cause some more problems for us. But ultimately, he is not going to change the ultimate plan that has been set into play by this government long before you ever thought that Trump would ever be a president. Okay, so I need y'all to really, really understand that. You got these drones that are flying all over the place, and it's not just New York. If you guys have been paying attention, it has been spotted in New York. They have been spotted in Philly now. There are some that are in Chicago. I've heard there's some now coming up in LA. So you mean to tell me these are just people flying drones and they're showing up all over the country now? I was born in a day, but not yesterday. And I think that all of you, right, should understand that this is some bull crap too. So what are these drones? And this is the question. How many of y'all think that this is some type of an enemy invasion, right? You think this is another country that is sending these all around? I don't at all. And I'm going to tell you why I don't. Because once again, I'm going to say this, and I say this all the time. If you've been following me for a while, you have heard somebody say Arizona. Absolutely, right? So how many of y'all know, I'm going to say this again, your government will create a problem so that they can implement the solution when the solution was the thing that they wanted to implement all the time. But they played this game first so that they could convince you that the solution that's ultimately going to lock down on your freedom just a little bit more is going to be your idea. Now, how many of y'all got what I said, or do I need to say that again? We do this all the time. When you talk about the power of the mind and how we are played, the biggest thing that our government does is use media and all of these things to play with our minds so that they can control us. You think your thoughts are your own. Baby, they're not. Your thoughts don't belong to you. They have been implanted inside of you based off all of the stuff that they feed you every day, all of the things that you see and what they tell you. You think that it's your thought, but it's not. Here you after 9/11 was so scared about plane invasions that you was willing to go through the airport now and get molested and have to walk through bomb detectors and they could see through your whole soul down to your booty hole. How many of y'all thought that was a great idea, huh? Y'all was scared, especially the people where it happened in New York. Y'all was like, oh my God, there's rubble everywhere. People is dying. This is crazy. Yeah, we need to lock down at the airport. Now, who's the most locked down at the airport? Who? You. And now we walk through the airport with all of this technology, all of this other stuff. And now it's real easy for them to slide in them real IDs on you because we're so used to the airport now because we have given them permission, right, to say you need to have some security here to an extreme level. So now everything they implement after all they implemented at the airport after 9/11, we do not question. We do not argue that it is against our freedom, our right to privacy, or this is something that you should not be allowed to do to us because this is America. Nobody argues that anymore at all. They can do whatever they want to do at the airport. They bring dogs to sniff around you now. Again, you got to take all your shoes and everything off. You got to take everything out your pockets, out your bag. They patting you down like the police pat you down. All up in your, all in between your legs. Tell me I'm lying. How many of y'all feel like you get molested when you walking through the TSA? Shout out to you. Thank you, even Steven. Thank you for that. Think about it. You agreed to that because you were scared. So there was a problem, and they said, we know how we fix this problem, but this problem that you have to agree to it in the midst of you being scared, you agreed to let them lock down on your freedom. Let's go to a more recent one. The pandemic. Now, had there not been any pandemic, had there not been any type of a virus or anything like that, shout out to you. Thank you. Look, I'm being said your name wrong. You said you were day two. That's all right. We welcome day two. Thank you for the super chat. But how many of you, without the scare of your health and everything that they were telling you, now I said this plenty of times before, if you go look on the news, I'm sure all of us that they call conspiracy theories, I hope that you have seen everything that they have now admitted to in the news so you know that we weren't lying. But like how many of you was watching the news and they told you a number that was like 1 million and something people died from COVID? You remember that? Well, I need you to know that if they didn't show you the number and they showed you the percentage, it would have told you that less than 2% of people was actually dying from it. Would you have been as scared? No, because the way they projected it to you. Would you have ever gone in your house? I want you to really think about what they told us. Go in your house and don't come outside. We're going to put you all in jail, even though you didn't commit a crime. Go in your house and don't come outside. Take your kids home. They can't go to school. They got to learn online. You better have a mask when you come outside. New York and other places went so far to tell you that without this card, you can't even come in a restaurant to eat. You can't travel without this card. So now we can't travel without this. You got to take something into your body in order to keep your job. They told you it was a free choice, but they also said, well, it's your choice. You do not have to take this shot. You don't have to do that. But you can't keep this job. But you need a job for your livelihood. So how many of you actually took it, but you really didn't want to? But it was, oh, you have free choice, but it was the choice of your livelihood and your job and being homeless or being forced to do something you don't want to do. I want you to think about that. How many freedoms did you give up during the pandemic because you were scared? And now you find out the news does say this. So it's not conspiracy theory. You done found out that they was paying money to a lab in China, and the lab had been known for having practices where they did not quarantine stuff right, and then it got out of the lab, and then it got brought here. So they was paying the lab that actually brought it here. I don't think they've even told us the whole truth yet. Then you find out that not the shot nor the mask or none of that stuff they made you do actually changed the situation. While you at home, you've been sober from liquor drinking for 10 years. But the isolation is driving you crazy. So you done gone back to drinking. You done relapsed after 10 years because ain't no AA meeting and you don't know how to sit in your house alone. You know, people don't know how to sit with themselves. Y'all think that this was a joke? So many people, you didn't get to watch your loved ones be buried. You had to watch their funeral online. I want you to really think about what you gave up. All to find out that, oh, well, you know, we were just guessing. Closing down people's businesses. So again, Mechee, what this got to do with the drones? Well, your government ain't got no bunch of drones flying around in the sky. As I told you from the beginning, you don't know who they belong to. You don't know where they at. You can't do nothing to stop them. Even Trump posted and said, if y'all don't shoot these mother out the sky. Even he posted and said that, right? Why are you just letting them fly around? So this is the thing. You think that they belong to an enemy? You really think that? For as much as America talks junk, if you think that it was that easy, as much as they go into everybody else's business, they're in everybody else's country, they're always helping to start wars, they're always giving all of this weaponry, sending troops to help do the most devious stuff to people, you really think that for as many people in countries that hate America, and don't get it twisted, there's a lot of countries that hate America. You really think if it was that easy to get into our airways and start flying drones over here and surveilling us, you really think it's that easy? You don't think they would have came over here and done something to us? You really think it's that easy for an enemy to do that in this country? No, it's not. You can't fly anything in the air without those that control the air knowing that you're in the air. They got all kinds of stuff they can send to fly right next to you and knock you out the sky if they need to. These are drones. You can stop them. And then for them to say they don't know what they are, and I'm going to show you some clips on the news where the White House tells you, oh, well, you need to talk to the FBI about that. And then the FBI is going to straight up tell you in another clip, we don't know what they are. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what this is. The way that they insult our intelligence is just ridiculous to me. I don't understand why, as Americans, y'all are not more upset than y'all are about the things that continue to go on in this country. So what I'm telling you is what I believe is, right? I believe this. I believe that those drones belong to your government. That's what I think. I think they belong to the same government that's telling you they don't know what they are. Because they'll tell you 1 minute, oh, well, we don't know what they are, but they're not a threat. Well, if you don't know what they are, how do you know they're not a threat? If you don't know where they're coming from, why they're here, what's their purpose, who sent them, how do you know they're not a threat? Me saying, well, you know, Tamika ugly, but I ain't never seen Tamika. I can't tell you if Tamika ugly. I don't know Tamika. Tamika ugly, she broke. I don't know, she drive a red car. I can't tell you nothing about Tamika if I don't know Tamika. Those are very contradicting statements. I start telling you, well, you know, Tamika ain't ugly. And everybody like, girl, have you seen Tamika? Well, no. Well, then how can you say that? Let's just put it in layman's terms. You can't tell somebody about something you don't know nothing about. And one moment you say, we don't know where it's coming from, but it's not anything to be worried about. That's why I think they belong to this government. 1. 2, they not letting nothing fly around in these airways, and they shut down the airport. Y'all know they shut down the airport, right? Because so many of them out there flying around, they done shut down the airport and they can't get no planes in and out. Ain't nothing like that going down in this country and they not doing something about it and they don't know what it is. That just sounds ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous. So I'm going to show y'all some clips and then we will further have this conversation. But I'm going to let you see. First of all, let's watch a clip of what actually, if you ain't seen it, some of y'all may have seen it. I watch TV. So if you like me, maybe you ain't seen it all. I heard some a little bit and I had to go look it up because I don't watch TV. TV is one of the biggest weapons that they will use to manipulate your mind. I watch TV when I want to be mindless. I am a thinker. I am an overthinker. I sit in a lot of silence in my day because I do not watch television in my home. Nobody in my family, we don't really watch TV. And so I think a lot because I'm always in my head. When I want to feel like I have a day off, not because I'm not doing work, but because I'm not thinking, because I cannot do work, but I'm still going to be thinking about work. I go and watch TV. I go find something on Netflix or on Hulu, and I would sit there and watch it and watch a whole season of something because I'm thinking about what's on the TV. So it's the only thing that makes my mind stop thinking. But for you people that watch TV all the time, you should be mindful of the fact that TV makes you mindless. When you're watching that TV, you are not thinking. You are letting that TV plant seeds in your mind of what you should think. And once you hear this thing over and over and over and over again, you continue to tell yourself subliminally that this is true. And then it starts coming out in your thoughts and your actions, and you be arguing people down about points that was never really your point of view. That point of view was given to you. Okay. So I had to go look it up. Maybe some of you do not watch TV as much as me. So we're going to play a clip of just what it is that they're talking about in the first place, in case y'all don't know. Okay. Let's do that. And then we'll see what they got to say about this. Okay. So let's go play this.
For more on these still unexplained drone sightings, let's bring in retired U.S. Army Colonel Joe Bacino. Joe, you were a spokesman for CENTCOM, right? I mean, if the military was somehow involved in flying these drones, shouldn't somebody come out and say so?
Somebody should say so. I think right now what you're seeing coming out of the Department of Defense is just not believable. There's two statements coming out of the Pentagon. One, we have no idea what these things are. And two, these things are not a threat. Okay, those two statements are in conflict with one another. If you know they're not a threat, then you know what they are.
Right. And, you know, in these days when the Ukrainians and others have honed the ability to arm drones, to use, you know, high explosives on drones, you know, the fact that these things are just flying willy-nilly around military bases in this country is not very comforting.
No, it's not. And if you think about, John, U.S. Northern Command, they're based in Colorado. This is the American command responsible for securing American airspace. They have AI-based intercept. They have observation based on commercial satellites all over the country. They have a $12 billion air defense system over the country. I just don't believe that they don't know what's flying for weeks and weeks over American airspace, over residential areas, over the Picatinny Arsenal, which is an American military research lab in New Jersey.
Yeah, it was disturbing enough when that Chinese spy balloon was, you know, floating over our country for a week or so. But these are even more sophisticated and probably more troublesome, just because, you know, we heard one New Jersey senator say that New Jersey sent one of its choppers after the thing, and it turned off its lights and disappeared. That doesn't sound like it's operated by somebody friendly.
Right. It's clear here that the Pentagon has some information. And I think maybe we just keep in mind here that this is the same Pentagon that back in January lied about the location and condition of the U.S. Secretary of Defense, that lied about the conditions on the ground in Ukraine, that lied about this Chinese spy balloon for about a week. So I think that we can't really be comfortable with the information we're receiving here. I think, in my mind, it is unlikely that this is coming from overseas. I think given the size of these drones and given the likelihood that these are piloted by line of sight, you know, it may be piloted from the water, but I don't think this is coming from hundreds of miles away. I just don't think, drones of this size could come from hundreds of miles away, because it's probably also powered by lithium batteries. I think this is coming somewhere close to the New Jersey, somewhere close to the coast.
The governor of New York has taken notice. This all started with ordinary citizens getting a little upset at what they were seeing, but now the governor has taken notice. Kathy Hochul put out a statement saying, "This has gone too far. I am calling on Congress to pass the Counter UAS Authority Security, Safety, and Reauthorization Act. This bill would reform legal authorities to counter UAS and strengthen the FAA's oversight of drones, and would extend counter UAS activities to select state and local law enforcement agencies. The Biden administration must step in by directing additional federal law enforcement to New York and the surrounding region to ensure the safety of our critical infrastructure and our people." It's kind of interesting when, the governor of one of the most largest, most populous states in the country is kind of prodding the Biden administration to get involved here.
And that's where we'll stop it, because that's the point I wanted y'all to see. So you can just get an idea what's going on. And you even have the governor asking them questions about it, right? So everybody's acting like they have no idea where all of this is coming from. Okay. I think that that's very interesting. And somebody said, y'all listening to the liars. Who you talking about, Fox News? No, we just listening to what's going down. This is the truth of the matter. They're calling it as it is, right? And again, no matter who's telling the truth, when they're telling the truth, you're supposed to listen to it, right? So the question is, where is these coming from? They don't have any idea. So how many of y'all know that the White House did respond a couple of days back, and they told us that they can't tell us nothing. The FBI got to tell us something. So let's watch that. Let's watch. We got all these drones out here flying around. Now, what do y'all think drones do? First of all, these drones are flying. They can survey stuff. I'm sure with the cameras on it. We talk about facial recognition and everything else and all of that that's going on. There's a whole lot that can be implemented by drones. They're using drones for everything, you guys, okay? And I want you to know that they're also getting you ready to find this as a normalcy. Let me tell you why. There's going to be lots of things flying in our air. Mark my words. Okay. It's going to be a lot of stuff flying in the air pretty soon. It's been over a year now that Amazon actually got the permission to use drones. They just do not have them in place yet. So you're going to have drones actually delivering packages to you from Amazon. So they're going to be quite large drones. This is why they had to get permission for them, okay, to fly them, because if you order something big from Amazon, they're going to bring that whole box and drop it right at your door. So for those of you that are delivering packages and stuff for Amazon and all these places, understand soon that they're not going to need you, because drones are going to replace all of that. Drones are also going to be something that are going to be used by the police. They're going to use drones to follow you. Again, like I told y'all, it's not even to go to the left in that conversation. But once we get to talking, we be down these damn rabbit holes. It's hard to talk about one thing and not go to the next. I told you, like in Israel, where they have an open air prison, in Gaza, right? And Israel has implemented it. Look at who our government is and what it's full of and why we always support Israel. You should probably take the time to look into that, right? They have an open air prison over there in Gaza. You should go learn how that works, right? So they're implementing the same stuff here. There are cameras everywhere. If you are outside, they can watch your every move, but they are watching the algorithms of people. Okay, they know where you go, how you drive, how you walk, what you're doing when you're doing something wrong. When you are outside, you are being surveyed by all of this stuff. You go into all of these little apps. You want to show your facial recognition. You want to see how you look when you're old. You want to put these little apps on your face, all of these filters. You're just giving these apps permission to be able to read your face and who you are and all of that good stuff. So trust me, police gonna have drones. Drones going to be flying over your head. You can commit a crime if you want. They're not going to come out there and arrest you. They're going to fly the drone over you, just like the movies we used to watch back in the day when everything was supposed to be futuristic. Well, baby, the future is here, and we're living in all of it right now, right? So what they're going to do is the drone is going to somebody going to speak to you through the drone. They are going to tell you whatever your name is, Tyrone Jenkins of 2234 Magnolia Drive. Stop right there. They're going to know where you go. All the cameras all out in the streets, because when you're in the public, none of that's private. So all there are cameras everywhere, watching you everywhere. Y'all don't know that? Go check it out, right? There are cameras. When you walk down the street, just start looking up at the poles and everything. There's cameras looking at you everywhere. So they know where you go, who all your friends is, when you leave your house, what your travel is outside. Shout out to you, Jasmine. Thank you for that super chat sticker. Thank you for that. They know where you go. So you can go home if you want to. They just gonna come get you. They know where you going. They know who you hang out with. They know who your friends is. They know who your cousins is. Y'all think this is the game. It's not. So drones are going to be used for everything. So understand, again, I believe that they do one thing and it satisfies many things that they are trying to do. I believe that part of this is priming, right? Priming. And what that means is getting your mind used to seeing these drones in the sky. Right now, y'all freaking out. Oh my God, it's drones everywhere. It's drones over my house. It's drones doing this. It's drones doing that. They on the East Coast. They on the West Coast. They at your mama's house. They at your grandma's backyard. They was over our barbecue last week. Y'all flipping out because y'all like, why is all these drones in the sky? They need to introduce this to you. And this is not the only reason that they're doing this, but they need to introduce this to you because drones will be everywhere. Delivering packages, watching you for the police. Drones will be everywhere. Okay, so you got to get used to it. So priming started with you watching TV. Some of y'all see this and you might think it's cool because it reminds you of the movies you used to watch. Priming always starts in the movies and in the mind. This is why everybody points out all of the stuff that comes on The Simpsons. The Simpsons don't be predicted nothing. The Simpsons, I'm sure whoever owns the show is part of the government or has a good connect in the government, and they use The Simpsons to prime your mind, okay? Television does that. And they're also doing this with the drones everywhere. Now, this is not the only thing that they're doing, but they want to get you used to this, okay? Because the way you see them drones, they're going to be everywhere. Everywhere. Now, I want you to think about this. Being in America, and we're supposed to be like the land of the free, y'all. How do y'all feel about that? That walking around outside, you just gonna have drones and things and cameras everywhere. They're watching you, and you really don't have any privacy when you go outside. This is why we call it an open air prison, because you go outside, and the only time you really have some privacy is in your house, and you better close the curtains because them cameras is real good and can see right through everything that you're doing. And with your TVs and the permission you done gave to Instagram and YouTube to use your microphone on your phone, you think it's so you can talk on a live or on a video. No, baby, it's so you gave them permission to use your microphone, which means they can listen into your house. They can listen into what you're saying. You've given them permission to use your microphone. That means they can listen, okay? I told y'all this before, but I'm going to tell you this story again real quick. I told you that I was having a conversation with a person who had been in my house. We were doing some work together. My brother at the time, we're working. And he had been at my crib for a couple of weeks because we're working on a project and we got a deadline. So because he's been here so long, his phone naturally called this place home. They said, well, you've been here so long, you spent more time here. And even when you leave for a couple of days, you come back here so much that this must be home. So the phone decided to call this place home. And he would go places and his phone, as he come back and say, you want to go home? And it would direct him to my house. And we laughed about that. Well, we're having a conversation one day and I say to him, nigga, you need to be doing your job. We having a conversation and something comes up with the fact that you need to be doing your work. You're not down here doing work. Work need to be work. Work came up about you doing your work. Do you know the next time that he got on his phone and he went somewhere, that when he said to go home, it actually gave him the last address in New York where he was before he came to my house, because it listened in. We weren't even on the phone. They were sitting to the side and it listened into the conversation. The phone read that we were having a conversation stating that he's at work, and the phone said, oh shit, maybe he just work a lot. That's his job. That's not his home. So the phone on its own decided to change this location from home to work when nobody asked it to make it home in the first place. So this is what I mean by your phones listen to you even when you don't think you're giving it permission. You gave it permission. This is why you can be talking about how you hungry for some pizza. As soon as you get on Google, as soon as you go to Instagram, you go to Facebook, next thing you know, there is an ad for Papa John's Pizza that's right up the street. You are being listened to even in your home. When you step outside, you will be being surveilled everywhere you go. when you come into your house. If you keep your windows open, you'll be being surveilled. And even if they cannot see you in your home because you have closed up the windows and they cannot see you through the cameras, they can hear everything that you are doing in your home. And you've given them permission. You gave them permission. You gave Instagram permission. You gave YouTube permission. You gave all of these apps permission. So see, that's your freedom in America. You chose this. We didn't force this on you. No. I'm going to give you the camel and no. No. You chose this, right? Regardless of what this is that they're doing with these drones, one thing it is doing is getting you ready to be used to watching drones be in the sky for all kinds of stuff. You are going to see drones flying in the sky all of the time. Get ready for that because it's coming. Okay? Somebody said earlier too, I saw they said in the chat, they said is it a bunch of commercials, y'all? Now, again, they monetized me. I can go in the back. It's a lot of commercials because I don't like when they put lots of commercials on my videos. I don't care about that part. So I'll go in the back. It's a lot of videos, y'all tell me. Because I guess you got to go in the back. That's what they put on it automatically, but I can adjust it because I'd be mad if they be showing a commercial every minute. So I apologize for this video. I will go in the back and change that because I don't like that either. I don't care if y'all to be having watch a whole lot of videos. I ain't trying to rack up that big old check like that. That's what they do. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Somebody said I don't have any commercials. I don't either because I have YouTube Premium. I be forgetting they got commercials because I don't see commercials on nothing because I pay to not watch those commercials. So I be forgetting. But again, this is like my first live really back since they monetized my channel again. So if it's somebody said 8 already, yeah, that is a lot. Dang, in 55 minutes. Okay, y'all bear with me in this one. I'm gonna go in the back and I'm gonna change that because I agree. I don't want y'all watching that many videos. Now, y'all could y'all could get your free subscription. Okay, to MX Network because they not watching. Y'all ain't watching no commercials on MX Network, is y'all? There ain't no commercials on my network. You ain't got to watch no commercials, okay? And you can get a free subscription. So go to the description in this video and go ahead and get your free because all the people that's watching over here on MX Network right now, they are not watching no commercials, y'all, okay? So that's the benefit too. Y'all could just get off their platform. You know, it costs you the same thing to get over here. You know, you got to log in with your email and a password. That's it. Same thing you did to get this YouTube channel. Okay, so keep that in mind, y'all. But I want to show you guys I just want to show you the ridiculousness. Our government thinks that we're stupid. They talk to us any kind of way, but they have primed us to be stupid. They do that, and a lot of us, right, they will absolutely act stupid, and majority of people respond to this and be stupid, okay? So they do think we is, but I'm gonna show you how they just keep contradicting themselves. Hold on, let me see. Somebody says, I would say I can't watch lives for free on the MX app. I got a free subscription. Well, Wiggle Man, you can watch the lives for free. Everybody, how many over there right now? You can watch the live for free while it's free, okay? And then you can watch it for 24 hours. After that, that live goes away, and I'm usually doing another live after that. You can watch the live. So right now, while we're live, it's free, just like if you over here on YouTube. And for 24 hours, this live will be free over on MX Network. Tomorrow, I will not be doing the whole live over here on YouTube. We will be going over to MX Network because of what we're talking about. And so that will be over there as well. And there is tons of stuff over there that you can watch for free in every section. Okay. Now, Wiggle Man, let me say this. I have had a couple of people. Shout out to you, Rashida. Thank you for that. And thank you for being on MX Network too. I appreciate it. They gave me a super chat over here. You over there on MX Network too. That's what I'm talking about. I will say this, you guys. Sometimes you guys sign up. I do have people that do that and they be like, Mechee, I'm trying to log in and it ain't letting me get in. What I have really found that is be happening most of the time is that y'all be having the wrong email address. So if y'all got a couple email addresses, sometimes y'all be trying to log in with the email address you did not make the account about, okay? So make sure you're using the right one, okay? If you be trying to reset your password or whatever, and you like, I'm not getting the email for this, because you probably be under another one, okay? So I do have people that do that. They be signing up under multiple ones. They don't remember which one. If you have that problem, you can email me. You can email me at the customer care. You can email me at any of the emails on my website on MX Network. There is the email for MX Network as well. You guys can email me. I can help you figure it out. Sometimes I have to help people figure it out because they don't know which one it was and which one it wasn't. So we'll help you find it, okay? If that's the case. But yeah, you can watch it while it's live. After it go away, after 24 hours, no. You have to have a paid subscription to watch it, but there's plenty of free stuff you can still watch. There's a lot of free stuff over there. Every section, there's something that's free, y'all. Okay. But let's watch this clip. I want to show y'all how the White House, your government officials, how they just contradict themselves and say the crazy stuff all the time. So we about to watch them tell us that we need to that the FBI need to tell us what's going on, and then I'm gonna show you how the FBI is about to tell us they don't they don't know what's going on. Okay, so let's play this, y'all. I can't stand this lady. I cannot. She get on my motherfucking nerves.
Okay, a couple of questions about drones. There have been repeated drone sightings in the Northeast, especially in New Jersey. These are not small drones, some of them pretty large. They're flying at low altitudes, they're flying in flocks. Has the president been briefed on this situation?
So we are certainly aware, the president is aware. So we're closely tracking the activity and coordinating closely with relevant agency, including DHS and FBI, to continue to investigate these incidents. I don't have anything beyond that to share. Obviously, this is something that DHS and FBI are tracking very, very closely, and so I would have to refer you to them directly, but aware. Keeping an eye out and looking into the incidents that you just mentioned.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Still though, but has the federal government ruled out that these are controlled by foreign entities?
Yeah.
And do you know if they're conducting surveillance over these
So I
areas?
cannot make any kind of predictions or comments about that specifically from here. This is something that DHS is looking at and FBI, so I would have to refer you to them. I don't have anything beyond that. We're tracking this very closely. Obviously, we're all aware of the incidents that have been reported. I'm not going to go into what they could be or could not be from here. That is something that obviously is being looked at as those respective agencies that I mentioned.
When was the president briefed on this?
I don't have a timeline, but he certainly has been made aware of this.
And the New Jersey governor said, it's frustrating that there aren't answers about where these are coming from, that people are very concerned about this. What's the White House message to the people up there who are frustrated that there isn't any information right now?
And obviously, we hear them and we understand that. We are closely tracking this. We are monitoring the incidents that have been put forward and certainly made public. And we have two agencies that I've already mentioned that are looking into this, working closely with folks on the ground, trying to get to the bottom of it. I don't have anything more to share beyond that.
Now, how are they the government and they don't know what's going on? Somebody explain that to me. How they don't know what's going on? They are closely keeping track, but they don't know what's going on. I'm going to tell you again, like I did at the beginning of this video, I have tried to fly a drone and catching footage all across this country from the stories that we are getting for the Unjust series, right? And we have tried to fly drones in areas where they tell you cannot fly a drone, and it start beeping and sends the drone back to us. Now, I don't got no drone that weigh no 100 pounds, no 50 pounds. I ain't got no big one like that one, right? But we got a big one, okay? For professional use, about $2,000. And that's not a small drone, right? It go further and it go higher. And this is why we have it, okay? And I'm telling you, they don't let us get past any of that stuff. They will send us our drone right back and say, beep, 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 it's coming back to the base. You are not supposed to be over here. It will stop us from going further, okay? So they're full of crap. We don't know. We're going to keep track. What kind of country you think we live in that some people could just fly some drones from some enemy territory and they can just fly them all over and they don't know who it is and we can't do nothing about it? Who believed that for 1 second? Who believed it? They playing with our intelligence. They plan on counting on the fact that we are stupid. They want us to be stupid. They have geared a lot of society. Now, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of Americans that are stupid. They're absolutely boo-boo the fool. Like you said, Chris, they are boo-boo the fool. Okay, it's a lot of Americans like that. It's a lot of people running around talking about, oh my God, it's these aliens. I don't know, but look, I wish there was aliens. I'd rather have them be aliens than be what they really is. Okay, these are not spaceships. The mothership is not here to come take you all out of this world and where you need to go. Jesus is not arriving, coming down with all of the, y'all thought he was coming on with a bunch of angels and the white horse. He's not coming down. This is the new age Jesus. He's coming with the drone posse. They're gonna come down, open the door, and you could be saved. You could get right on the mothership and be out with them if you want to. That's not what this is, okay? Just in case somebody thought that's what it was. This is not what this is. These are not aliens, okay? It's not. They would have been zapped somebody up already. Ain't nobody missing, as far as I know. We ain't had nobody missing yet. Ain't nobody been zapped up on the mothership. So I think we can rule that one out, okay? I apologize for everybody on YouTube for all the commercials. I will go in the back and change that. They just monetized the channel again. And so that's what they automatically put on there. So I'll go in the back. I didn't really even think about that. They do let you change the setting. I would change the setting because I don't want y'all to be watching all these videos. I want y'all to enjoy the show. Okay. But again, you come over to MX Network, but they ain't got no commercials. Shout out to everybody on MX Network. No commercials bothering y'all and shit. That's what y'all supposed to be. Okay. So she said, go talk to the FBI, right? Well, the FBI is keeping close watch. They're going to let us. I can't stand that lady. I cannot stand her. She always, how many of y'all know this woman come online to come on an interview? Every time we turn around, this woman don't know nothing. I swear to God, every time she starts talking, y'all ain't never noticed that. Well, I can't really say. I don't know anything about that. I can't speak on that right now. Why are you even here? They hired her because she's really good at dodging that bullet. She don't know nothing. She can't explain nothing. She can't ever tell us nothing. This woman does this all of the time. Right? This woman does this all of the time. If you watch her, I cannot stand her. And yes, that was a wig. Somebody said, is that a wig? She always got on big wigs. Absolutely, that is a wig. Okay, so she said, we need to find out what the FBI got to say. They gonna tell us something because she can't tell us nothing. Okay, well, let's find out what the FBI got to say then. Let's go find out what they saying. Okay. Let's find out what the FBI want to say.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct?
That's right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
Sir, the FBI and our Newark field office, along with the state and local partners there, the Bureau is actively investigating the situation you mentioned, just the unexplained sighting of drone activity over that part of New Jersey. We do not attribute that to an individual or a group yet. We're investigating, but I don't have an answer of who's responsible for that, of one or more people that are responsible for those drone flights. But we're actively investigating. It is concerning.
Is the public at risk? Is public safety at risk? Are we concerned that there are nefarious intentions that could cause either national security or a public safety incident that would put Americans at risk?
There's nothing that is known that would lead me to say that, but we just don't know, and that's the concerning part.
Well, I think it's fair to say that the FBI doesn't know either. She don't know. She said the FBI. The FBI said they don't know. They don't know. They don't know what they is. They haven't attributed them to a person or a group. Now, I want y'all to know that these drones are popping up everywhere. So first it was just, you know, in one space, you see them over there in New Jersey, you see them then in New York, they're talking about in Philly, but now they're popping up in other places, right? Chicago, they've been cited. If you go look online, it's a lot of people saying that they're starting to see them everywhere. So I want you to think about what kind of group, what kind of organization, what kind of a person would you have to be, y'all, in order to have this cohesive effort to be able to have the type of ability to set off all of these drones in all of these places across the nation? Who has that ability to do that? Who got that many drones? They have also said, you guys, if you go look it up, that when other drones get in the sky to go and like follow or pursue to see what it is, it has something in them that's around them that actually drains the battery very quickly of the other drones that are around them, causing it to come back. When the battery starts dead, it makes the drone turn around and it comes back to the base. It comes back to you, okay? The base is you. And so this is what happens when you have a drone next to them, it drains the battery. So this is some type of a drone. These drones that are out there have, first of all, they're very big. Two, okay, they have the ability to disappear, turn everything off, and be out with super speed. You done heard that, right? When they try to track them, and to drain batteries. So it's a way that they have a defense mechanism that people can't get to them. Sound like government drones to me. Them the only kind of drones I think that would have that type of ability. That's what it sounds like to me. And again, I don't understand how your government can tell you that they don't know where they're coming from, but they know they're not a threat. If you don't know where they're coming from, you can't say they're not a threat, which tells me you know exactly where they're coming from. Come on, y'all. This is elementary ABC. This is so easy to see. I don't think they care anymore. I think so much information with social media and people being able to talk and bring out the truth, right? I think that they don't really care anymore. They're just going to throw the bullshit out there and they're going to see whatever sticks to anybody's brain and what you believe, because they just tell us whatever. And they don't really care whether we buy it or we don't, because nobody is buying it. They just say whatever. They don't even care. It's like that, you know, it's like that nigga that you be dating. And like, no matter what you catch him doing, he gonna say it wasn't him. You can catch him in the bed with the girl. He gonna tell you your eyes ain't see what you saw, girl. I wasn't with nobody. That wasn't me. Y'all know either you is that nigga, or he your homeboy, or you dated his ass. Okay, everybody in this chat know what I'm talking about. He ain't never done nothing. No matter what your eyes see, he don't admit to nothing. He don't agree to nothing. He ain't did nothing. He don't care what you saw. He don't care what you know. Yeah, this old narcissistic ass government gaslighting the hell out of people. You right about that. This is insulting. I'm insulted. I am. To think that we're this stupid to just say, oh, okay, this all right. So this is the thing. And we're going to move on to the last thing I want to talk about tonight. But this is my thing. I always tell you to ask questions when it comes to the government. Okay? Ask these questions. When something is happening like this, I want you to ask, what? What are they doing? What is the purpose of this? Right? What? What is this and why? Okay? Because there is a what. What are they doing with it? What are they trying to obtain with doing this? What is the purpose of having this done? And why are they doing it? But I guarantee you, these drones belong to your government, the United States of America. I'm willing to bet everything in my bank account right now on it, that they own these drones. The question would be, what are they doing with it and why? What is the purpose of it? And I promise you, and I guarantee you, somehow it is going to bring in, it is interjecting or doing something that is going to once again lock down on your freedom. It's amazing to me. I think one of the biggest and most maniacally evil, it's like geniusly evil. It's very genius. It is a smart thing, like, to even see this. America, plants its feet firmly on the fact that this is one of the freest countries there are. You have all these immigrants coming over the border because they want to have the American dream, because they feel they're so oppressed in their countries that they don't have opportunities, and that when you come to America, oh my God, it's so amazing. You know, this is the trick that America has pulled out on everybody, is that they tell you live in the land of the free. But you have freedom here. You have freedom of speech, you have freedom to privacy, you have freedom to a lot of things. But the truth of the matter is that you do not. The truth is that they are so genius about the way that they go about oppressing and taking away your freedoms little by little, that they put you in a position that you give your freedom away. They scare you into giving it away for safety and security. We can guarantee you safety. We can secure these things. We can make sure you are. We can keep you safe. We can if you allow us to do this. So they put us in situations where we then begin to believe that we need them to do something because we're going to be hurt, that something bad is going to happen to us. And the whole time, they have been the ones creating the scenario to make you scared so that you will agree to give away your freedom when you're scared. In a moment of when you're not understanding what is going on and you want answers and you want things to be right, we will give away a lot of that. The pandemic should have completely showed you that. We gave away so much that this is America, but they gave us a curfew. They sent us in the house. Told you couldn't come outside without a mask on. Told you couldn't go to restaurants, you couldn't eat. They told you that you couldn't fly. Told you couldn't keep your job. They told you all of those things. Where was the freedom in that? And you agreed to it because they told you that this was for your safety, for some shit that they caused? America tells you that you're free to eat what you want. You can go in the store, you can shop. If you're an immigrant, we'll give you $3,000 a month to go shop, right? Or we give Americans $200, okay? I mean, that won't even feed you for a damn week. How many of you know that the ingredients in our food on the shelf is illegal in other countries? They got Coca-Cola in other countries, but it's not the same stuff that's in the Coke that we drink. They got Flamin' Hot Cheetos in other countries, but it don't got red dye 40 on it because it's outlawed. When you go to their McDonald's in other countries, they have a completely different menu and their food tastes completely different. America, the land of the free, they poison you so that they can then force you to need medication and a cure. They destroy all of your organic food and they tell you it's organic, but it has no seeds in it. How is it organic? If you go to the store, I want you to know the typical seed that you will buy off the shelf in your, go to Walmart. Go to their gardening section and go get you some seeds. Those seeds will yield fruit and vegetables with no seeds because they've altered them that way. You have to buy a specific seed, an heirloom seed, in case you guys want to know. This might be something you want to know. Those are the seeds that will reproduce fruits and vegetables with more seeds in them. Why do you take away the ability for us to feed ourselves and then force us to feed this genetically modified food? And let me tell you something that you might not know. Do you know where genetically modified food started? Israel. Started with strawberries. Go do some research. Who do you think runs our government? I mean, you watch them give them reparations for something we didn't do. You watch them fund and give them money for wars that has nothing to do with us. Whether they're right or whether they're wrong, they always say, we'll stand by Israel. I wonder why. Let's survey the whole entire politician board and let's see out of all those politicians, what are their roots? Where do they come from? And how many of them are those people? You know, them people. If y'all don't know the people I'm talking about, then you really far behind and you should catch up. We are in an open air prison that has been put on us in a very slick way. See, they didn't force it on you like on the Gaza Strip. They said to you, take this, Do this little filter and see what you look like when you age, because AI will show you what you look like as an old person. Oh my God, this community is so ridden with crime. People are being robbed. People are being murdered. People are being shot. Don't you want us to put cameras up on these corners for your safety? But have those cameras actually stopped any crime? No, because they just using it to take all your information and survey you. They're not there to stop the crime. Now, they forced it on Gaza. They handed it to you on a pretty platter, but it doesn't mean that it's any different. Do you know who owns 96% of all of our media? The biggest weapon used to condition you? The biggest weapon that will ever be used against you is the condition of your mind. For a man thinking, so is he. You control the mind, you control the man. They don't got to put their hands on you. They don't have to force you and make it seem like it's not freedom. They don't have to do any of those things. All they have to do is control the mind, and they control the man. So you think it, so are you. So a man think it, so is he. So we just need to control what they think. So again, I want you guys to ask yourself this, even if you don't have the answer. What is this stuff going on with these drones, and why are they doing it? How will it serve them, and how will it be used against us? We don't need to ask whose drones they are anymore. We know whose drones they are. The question is why and what. Okay? Now, with that said, y'all, like this video, share this video, subscribe if you have not hit that notification bell. More importantly, go to the description of this video and go ahead and get your subscription, your free one, right? If you love your girl, you could get a paid one, but you could get a free one and come right over here and watch these lives when I'm live on MX Network. You guys, you will always get your notifications, and there are no commercials over there. Now, I will go cut back some of the commercials in the back. I got to go change the settings in there, because the one that is on here is the one that YouTube automatically puts. I didn't go back and look at that, but I will change that. So it's not so many commercials on here for the next one, but you can come over to MX Network and watch no commercials at all, y'all, okay? And the links to that are in the description of this video. So the next thing I want to talk about, and the last thing I want to talk about tonight quickly, is we want to talk about Canada and Trump and tariffs, you guys, and power. How many of you know that Canada provides power and electricity to quite a few states here in the United States? How many of you know that? New York is one of them. I believe Philly is another one. There are a couple more. You should go and look them up, but there's probably about 8 of them, states that Canada actually provides power. So that's how you get your electricity, if you in any of those states that they provided to. Somebody said they ain't know. I ain't know, but I sure went and found out. I went and found out. Yes, Michigan is one of them. Somebody said Detroit. Michigan is one of them. It's Michigan, Philly, New York. It's a couple more. You could go read about them. I probably should have wrote them down, but I like to not give you all the information because I want you to go look it up for yourself. I want you to get into the mode of thinking for yourself, get into the mode of going and seek stuff out so that you have the knowledge to think for yourself. Go and grab the information and be able to spread this message. What I don't want anybody to do is I don't want you to go and regurgitate everything you heard me say here tonight. It's great that you listened to me, but if I'm the only source that you have and you have not taken the time to look this stuff up for yourself, don't do that. What I want you to do is go look it up for yourself so that you can actually tell somebody information from what you have actually learned by going to look it up yourself. So I didn't write down all the states, but then was 3 that I remembered. I know it's about 8 of them all together, but y'all should go and look them up, you guys, for yourself. Okay, I'm okay with telling you to go look up anything that I have to say. Go correct me, go check me, or whatever. You need to know for yourself. We need to stop regurgitating and saying something somebody else told us, and we be saying it like that's what they do in church. We're gonna talk about church tomorrow. Y'all be quoting the pastor, ain't never read the scripture yourself. You keep giving the same interpretation the pastor told you, and that ain't even what the scripture means. Why don't you go look at it yourself and see if you got your own interpretation for that scripture, right? Stop regurgitating what somebody told you, and you do it with so much passion, like you know what you're talking about. If you can't go to the sources and say where you find it yourself, that's not your knowledge. Go find out for yourself. That's how you think for yourself. You might find that I might have said something that I might have misspoke. I talk fast. Sometimes I get to talking fast. I say the wrong word. I might have said something wrong. You don't know if you don't go look. So I'm never afraid to tell you to go look up the stuff I'm telling you, because just like I found it, you can find it too. Okay. So go look up the states, y'all. But Canada provides power. And so Trump has said they're going to give a tariff to Canada, because while we're talking about borders and all of these immigrants coming over here, you know, some Canadians people be going to Canada, and they be coming through the border of Canada too, just like they come through the border of Mexico. Okay. So understand, people come in this country through Mexico, they come in the borders of Canada. And so what happens is, I hate when people be like, oh, you know, our immigrants that's coming here. Why y'all talking about the immigrants? This was their land anyway. Mexico used to belong to them, part of America. First of all, just because they come through Mexico don't mean they're Mexicans. People fly in all over the world into these two places, and then they use those ports of entry to cross over the border to come into this country. They come from everywhere, okay? So that doesn't mean they're Canadian. It doesn't mean that they're Mexican. No, it doesn't mean that they have the right to any of this land or any of that historical bull y'all want to say, okay? That doesn't mean any of that. They come from everywhere, okay? There's Chinese people coming through the border of Mexico. You gonna tell me they Mexican? Shut up, okay? So understand that first and foremost. So he's putting tariffs because his thing is, well, I'm gonna tax you so that you can get better control of your borders. So it's like a punishment to them. And so he's taxing them on their imports and stuff coming in. And Canada has already said, their prime minister has already said that this will be devastating on their economy. It is something that Canada really cannot handle, a 25% tariff and charging them and taxing them for their goods in that way. Okay. And he's like, well, get your border under control. So the prime minister is like, well, we're willing to work, you know, with y'all, help us so we can get the border under control. It's funny to me how now everybody want to get their border under control. You know, because even the Mexican president, the lady, she was like, well, we will work to get the border under control, but we're not playing with y'all. They all want to get mad about the tariffs because she was talking junk too, right? And then you got the prime minister in Canada, he talking junk. So they mad about them tariffs, but it's like now they're like, oh, well, we're willing to help get the border together. But you weren't willing to do that a minute ago. When Kamala was in here like, no, and putting greens in the bathtub and, you know, and telling everybody to be unburdened by what has been. Y'all don't even know what the hell that means. I still don't know what it means. Do y'all know what it means? I'm just glad I haven't had to hear her say that in weeks. It's wonderful. It's amazing. And then what Trump said, it's amazing. It's wonderful. So again, right? No, they didn't care about them borders when everybody was coming over here, rushing into our country. They ain't care. They just didn't want them to stay there. Mexico don't want to keep them. So going over to America, you ain't care before, heifer, but you care now, whatever. So Trump like, look, you going to get these tariffs or you going to get that border together. Thank you, Derek. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that. And so, you know, he ain't playing with them, but I didn't know, like the Mexican lady, she, you know, she like, well, you ain't gonna get no tequila. I can live without tequila. Like I'm playing. There's a lot of stuff that come from Mexico, not just tequila. But she said she was gonna stop the tequila and the tacos and no jalapenos, none of that. And what's up with everybody calling jalapenos japanalos or whatever y'all call them? Y'all better learn how to pronounce stuff. I'm 45 years old. They've always been jalapenos. What do you mean japalanos? Y'all do not know. Y'all new generation. Y'all better get it together. It's not jalapenos, okay? Japanalos. It's jalapenos, all right? But she said she cutting off all the tequila. No tequila, no tacos, no burritos. Taco Bell is out of here. She ain't playing with nobody, right? Avocados too, yeah. It's a lot more stuff. I'm just being funny. Y'all better go look it up. That's what I mean. You won't even know I'm joking right now because you be running around talking about the Mexican president said she gonna take away tequila. She didn't say none of that. I'm being funny, okay? But it's a lot of stuff we get from it. It is. There's a lot of stuff we get from Mexico. It is, okay? And so, and from Canada, okay? So apparently we get power from Canada. So yeah, we get some stuff from them we need, right? And so Canada said, we're gonna cut off the power. He says, I don't want to do this. I'm gonna play the clip so you can hear for yourself. He said, I don't really want to do this, you know, but what other choice do we have? If you want to play hardball, we're gonna play hardball too, you know. And so, and then they asked Trump, you know, what if he cut off the power? And Trump said, you don't care. Man, I'm not laughing at all of y'all that's not gonna have power. I'm laughing because Trump don't give a damn about nothing. You know what I'm saying? He be ready to fight. He a white gangster, you know, and they the original gangsters because they do be out here, you know, pillaging and rummaging and raping and killing and taking from everybody. That's all the white people do, right? And so he like the leader of the I don't give a damn white people. Like he don't care. He don't, right? And so he said he got power in the White House. He said he got power at Mar-a-Lago. He do not care if y'all don't have no power. So I don't understand why he don't care as the president, but it's going to be an interesting 4 years. You know, it's going to be interesting. But I tell y'all all the time to be prepared and get yourself ready for all the stuff that can happen. Stop depending on your government for everything because they can turn around and take it from you at the drop of a hat. So he said, I'm cut off the power. I ain't playing. Trump said, whatever. I don't care, dog, what you want to do. West Side. So anyway, I'm going to play the clip for you, and then we'll talk a little more about what he had to say. Trump do not care. Y'all finna be in the dark. Y'all better get y'all some candles. If you in these states, I'm going to post the 8 states. If that's you, you better get it together.
What we're sending a message to the U.S. You come and attack Ontario, you attack livelihoods of people of Ontario and Canadians. We're going to use every tool in our toolbox to defend Ontarians and Canadians across the border. And let's hope that never comes to that point. Let's hope we can get through this trade deal. The problem is not with Canada. The problem is with China. And China shipping in parts to Mexico, Mexico slapping on made in Mexico stickers and shipping them up through the US and Canada and taking American and Canadian jobs. That's the problem. And as I said yesterday, it's very, very clear. Mexico has a choice to stand with Beijing or stand with Washington. I was speaking for Ontario yesterday. The options that we have, the tools that we have in our toolbox, we'll be meeting with the premiers on Sunday and Monday going into Tuesday. That's going to be up to each jurisdiction. I'm talking on behalf of Ontario. And the number one focus now is to protecting jobs against the attack coming from the tariffs from President-elect Trump. That's what we're focused on.
I did have a few moments to catch up with the President-elect to talk to him about tariffs. Canada has been discussing this quite actively overnight with the President's proposed 25% tariffs. The Premier of Ontario has suggested that Canada might halt energy imports into the United States if the President goes ahead with his proposed tariffs. Here's the President's comment.
Well, that's okay if he does that. That's fine. But the United States is subsidizing Canada. It's truly a subsidy. And we shouldn't have to do that. And we have a great relationship. I have so many friends in Canada, but we shouldn't have to subsidize a country. We subsidize them for more than $100 billion a year. And we shouldn't have to be doing that.
So there you hear the key point here. We are subsidizing Canada to the tune, according to the President-elect, $100 billion, and essentially emphasizing the transactional nature going on. Well, off camera, he said to me, we hope we can work something out. So again, the emphasis is on the transactional part of this. But I can tell you here, I haven't seen so many people on the floor in a long time. People came from the other room that's there. We have, of course.
The point is, Trump don't care. Now, he said there are subsidy in this way, but it is going to put a dent. I promise you, if this happens, it is going to you're not going to have your free flowing energy, right? Now, Trump is like, one thing Trump has been saying is like, he get tired of everything being outsourced to everybody else. He feels like all of us should be within the country so that we don't depend on these other people. That's one thing he has said. But if he decides to stick with that and force us into that transition, some of y'all gonna be in the dark for a little while, okay? I just want to talk about that. But before we go there, Sugar Man gave $2. He said, I'm so disappointed in you, Mechee. What you disappointed in me for? And you ain't even, I mean, you could give another super chat to answer if you want to, but you don't have to. I'm gonna look for your comment in the comment section. I'm gonna wait for you. I'm gonna put on some little chapstick, drink a little water. I'm gonna wait for you. What you disappointed in me for? Go ahead and say something stupid. I'm ready for you. Come on. I'm gonna give you a Trump answer. Whatever. What you disappointed in me for? What did I do? Oh, what your name was? Sad man. Okay, come on, you got a few minutes, you holding up the show. I would play the Jeopardy music, but then they'll demonetize the show, talk about it's copyright. So y'all want me to sing it for you? How you gonna give a whole super chat? Are you gonna give another one? This other should. Hold on, wait a minute. That went by fast. No, I don't know why. Thank you for the $2 though. I don't know why you're disappointed in me. I don't know why. I don't know, Suge. I thought we was cool. I don't know what I did. Apparently, we still really cool. It's just one of them, you said it nicely. So, you must not be that bad at me. I don't know what I did, but I'm like the government. Whatever they said I did, Suge, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Okay. Be disappointed in somebody else because it was not me. I'm gonna send that black lady on my next live to speak before I start. She's gonna speak on my behalf and tell you that she doesn't have any information. We don't know what's going on. We need you to talk to somebody else about it because we don't know. Okay, y'all, but wait a minute. On some serious stuff. Let's be serious now. Okay, let's be serious for real, y'all. This power without these jokes. If y'all are in these states, the one thing that I want to say about this is that I have just continued to reiterate this over and over again, everybody, okay? As far as we talk about depending on our government. I want y'all to stop depending on your government for everything. And that means if you think that every morning you wake up, I'm going to turn on the light switch and the lights is going to always come on. I am going to go to the grocery store and there will always be food on the shelf, right? Stop thinking that, you guys. I say this all the time, and this plays into, you can go over on MX Network. And I do have it's for the paid subscribers, I think, though. I might have left it free. I don't really remember because I've had a lot going on this week. It might be free. If you got a free subscription, try and see. Maybe I'll go back and make it free. Anyway, and for anybody who's waiting for the forms, I will be sending out all of the forms. But we just did a show on survival, right? And how to make a survival plan, a bug-in bag, a bug-out bag, the type of things that you need in all situations to survive. And I think the thing that always comes across that's very it's humorous to me a little bit is that when I have these conversations, even when I had it on MX Network and we did the show, you guys, it's like when I get to talking about, mayhem and when stuff goes awry, how people will commit crime and how you shouldn't be nice to people. I don't care if it's a woman with a baby. Like I'm not, shout out to you, Sugar Man. Thank you for that super sticker. I'm not sharing my food with somebody else. I'm not giving away my medication to somebody else. I have people that I am responsible for, and there comes a time where in survival, you may have to ration food. You may have to ration your medication. You never know what you're going to need and how long you're going to have to go. When it comes down to that, being nice to people is the first thing that's going to get you up in a survival situation, okay? And when I go to these extremes, people can't seem to understand, and they say to me, when y'all think about survival, y'all think about, okay, a natural disaster. Of course, we went over just simply being a woman in the parking lot walking to your car. Like, don't be on your phone. Situational awareness. Keep your head on a swivel. If a person is looking to make you a victim, they want to know that you look like you're a victim that's not going to fight back. You're not paying attention to what's going on. So we talk about everything from somebody coming up in your home to something happening to you if you walking down the street, all of that stuff, right? All the way up to natural disasters, all the way up to if we have civil unrest. Now, one thing that y'all should always know is that when civil unrest happens, right? One thing that happens very quickly behind it happened in Katrina. It happened in Florida when you guys have y'all hurricanes. It happens when you have power outages and the power is out more than a couple of days, right? And when I say a couple, I mean like two, because by the third day it's on and popping, okay? And that would be mayhem. There are all kind of people that wait for the police not to be able to come through. You can't call the folks. It's all kind of stuff. And natural disasters and things like this, and when the power is out, the police are scarce. Right? There are lots of things that you can't get resources to. And you know what happens? There are people that just seek to do harm. There are people that will come and loot and take your stuff. There are people that will come and cause all kind of havoc to you. Somebody don't want your stuff. It's people out there who just want to hurt you and they want to harm you. Okay. And they're waiting to be in a position where they know the police are not going to show up. So who's going to put them in jail for it? How many people do you think did some very devastating stuff that may have cost people their lives? They may have brutally assaulted women, children, older people. How how much of that you think happened in Katrina? We all remember Katrina, right? Now, you would think that a natural disaster doesn't come through, and you would think that all of these people are fighting for their life. Yes. So why would people be out here thinking about stealing from folks, assaulting folks, harming folks, and hurting people? Because that's what people do in times of survival. You trying to survive, there's a group of people that are out there looking to take. So I say all of this to say, when we talk about survival, y'all always think that it's never going to come to a time where this stuff going to happen. I always say to y'all, what happens if the water is not clean and you don't have no electricity, so you can't boil the water to make it clean? Do you know how to filter water? Do you have a life straw? Simple things like this that y'all should be thinking about, right? So I'm telling you this because you think these situations will never happen. Well, for the places that Canada is giving power to, if Trump say whatever, okay, and he try and get big and bad and he called a bluff, he's going to call their bluff on your dime, because without laughing, he got power at the White House. He got power at Mar-a-Lago. He got the power that him and his family need. For those of you that are in those states, this is just one of those eye openers that you should be paying attention to, that says, could there ever come a time where really they might cut our power off? And it's not about a storm or a tree falling, and we might be without power for a day or two, but the power will be back up. What if cut you off and America has to really send out some type of National Guard? They have to try and find some backup energy for everybody. And in the meantime, maybe they're going to ration out your electricity. Maybe you'll have electricity only so many hours of the day. Maybe you won't have no electricity at all for months on end. And then if you don't, that means if there's no electricity, do you know what that also means? How you go if there's no electricity in your whole city? Can we talk about the ramifications of that? In your state, you have no power, no electricity. So the stoplights do not work. The traffic lights ain't working. When your phone dies, how you gonna charge it? You can't boil the water. The water system is not going to be working right. So the plants aren't going to filter the water right. So now you got dirty water. So you can't drink the water or you're going to get sick. You can really get sick from water that's not filtered. You can get deathly sick from stuff like that, right? What you gonna do? There's no power. I want you to think about that. So I want you to think about all of the people who need life-saving equipment. You know, people need equipment to let them breathe, to let them live. Hospitals will have generators, but do you have generators to make sure? Do you have medicine that saves your life, but it needs to be refrigerated? Have you thought about that? If you don't have no power, how do you get internet? And if that's how you watch TV, but there's no power, you can't watch it, how do you keep up on what's going on? If your phone done died, because baby, ain't no pay phones no more. How many of you have landlines in your phone? So how y'all gonna call the police? So this is the real reality of having no power. How you gonna call the police? If somebody trying to break in your home and take your stuff, and I mean take all your stuff, they might want your goodies between your legs. You know what I'm talking about. So at the end of the day, what you gonna do? Because you can't call the police because your cell phone don't work no more. There is no internet because your modems can't get plugged in. So see, you don't really realize how if your power goes down. Okay, let's go here. This is the obvious one that nobody really thinks about. How you gonna buy anything? Let that one sink in for a quick moment. See, how many of you right now, let's test this. No matter what state you in, let's just play a game right now for everybody watching. How many of you have cash on you and how much cash do you have? Because one thing that the pandemic taught you was to not carry cash, because we are moving into a cashless society. We are moving into more crypto and digital currency. You can say we not, but we is, and we're slowly getting there. So you play that game if you want. But have y'all ever thought about why in the pandemic, if you didn't have exact change, they would not give you your change back? So people, let's say I bought something for $1, but I only had a $5 bill. They would say to you, well, we got to keep all of this. We can't give you no change back. So now you're paying $5 for something that costs $1. So what did it teach you? Like, I'm not understanding, because the same money and change recycles itself. And so why couldn't you use cash? Like they didn't tell you you couldn't, but they forced you by saying, well, we can't get, if you don't have the exact amount, we can't give you no change back. So now you're paying more. So what did you start to do? You start pulling out this every time you went somewhere, didn't you? You pulled this out, you pulled it out. To pay for everything, did you not? So they have primed you, they have conditioned you without telling you. You have gotten used to just carrying around and using a debit card. So what you think happens when the power don't work? Have you ever gone to the gas station or the grocery store and they tell you right now our power is out, so we're going to close the store down because we can't take any payments on our machine? Have you ever gone to a gas station and their power is down or their internet server is down, so they can't take any debit cards, and they tell you we can only take cash because our machines are not working right now? So if the power goes down and don't come back up, how much food you got in your house? Where you gonna buy your groceries from? Now the stores might have generators, but you gonna go and you gonna get some money out the bank at the ATM? Have y'all thought about any of these things? So see, when I talk about survival, I'm not trying to be weird and all out the way. Mechee, you watch too much TV. I actually don't watch TV at all. Probably the last thing I did watch was The Walking Dead, and then I stopped watching TV at the time. My kids were like, Mama, you got to watch this. It's good. And then I got hooked on it, and it was really good. It was really good. And then it tripped me out when the CDC told you on their website during the pandemic to go and watch The Walking Dead to prepare for COVID. Do you know that they did that? This is a fact. You could go look it up. It was on their website. They told you to watch the show to prepare for it. Why would they say such a thing like that? No, I don't think that it's going to be zombies walking around. But when you talk about the civil unrest, not having power, not having certain things, trust me, they haven't been showing you all of these survival shows. And what was it? Leave the World Behind. Remember, TV is a primer. So what the hell do you think they telling us in all of this priming? Why they keep showing us stuff about the end of the world? They showed you all the robot stuff, and now you got robots. You got robots with skins on them. You got robots. They got the police robot dogs out there. Now they even have robots inside of the jails. They are watching people in the prisons and go past the door every 15 minutes to make sure they're being watched. They surveying everything. They got robots doing everything, y'all. Everything. Drones are a form of the robots and the AI that we see. So my question to you is, why you think they keep showing you all of these end times, survival, Walking Dead, and all of this stuff and what it's like to be in those situations? You think that's just entertainment? Oh, everything else is priming your mind and conditioning you, but those shows are just entertainment. Okay, keep thinking that. Remove the zombie apocalypse. Remove that extreme. We could be hit with the EMP. You even know what an EMP is? Do you know what it would do? So again, if you're not ready, and so no, there's no zombies walking down the street. There's no apocalypse. But Canada just said, we send power and we give the energy and the power to several of the states in the United States. You play with this tariff on us, we're going to cut your power off. And Trump said, hopefully we can work something out, but oh well, if we can't. We've been subsidizing from them and we actually don't care. We actually need to cut that off so we're not in need of another place to give us nothing. We need to supply that for ourselves. You do know that that transition going to take time, and it's going to be you that live in those states that are caught up in that transition. Now, will this happen? Maybe or maybe not, but just the fact that it could, and you are not prepared. This is why I'm always screaming to you, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I got solar generators downstairs. I can take my solar panels outside, charge them in the sunlight, bring them back in. I have several of them. I can charge TVs. I can charge my refrigerator. I have several to do several things. I have all kind of canned goods and dried food. You should have medicine. You should have all kind of stuff. You should have two-way radios. Get you a crank radio so you can listen to what's going on. If the internet is not there, there's a such thing as solar phones. There's a such thing as getting solar internet. It's the same internet and the phones that the government uses, right? They go from the solar, from the solar that they have up there. They go from them what the hell is them things? I can't even think of the name right now. It ain't a damn drone. But what they have flying is satellites, right? So they get their internet from the satellites and they get their stuff from solar phones and solar internet. There are internet companies that you can actually use, and there are actually those phones that you can get that have the same source and the same frequency that the governments use. So therefore, it's not based on the power for all of your stuff to go out, okay? So you need to start thinking like this. And I'm just once again showing y'all a prime example of why y'all need to start thinking like this. Because if you're waiting on a zombie apocalypse, so you throw your hands up and say, Mechee, you're exaggerating a little bit. No, you don't have to wait on a zombie. You got Trump. You got Trump, who don't care. He gangster, and he could care less if you without any dang power. And I just ran off to you all of the ramifications of what having no power actually means. It would change your life in a lot of ways. Let the power go out and don't come back on for 30 days. Most of you will not make it 30 days. You will not make it without your medicine, without your electricity, not knowing how to deal with water. How you gonna flush your toilets and stuff? You got your toilets, you gotta flush them. If the water's all down, you gonna have all that nasty water coming up in your dang toilet. The same water that's coming up this way. How many of y'all know that that's the same water that's filtered for you to drink? Y'all should probably go watch a documentary on that. So imagine that water that they normally filter coming through your sinks without no filter. You can't drink that. And if you have no electricity and you have an electric stove, you can't boil that either. Go to Walmart and get you guys a life straw, okay? A life straw. Costs about $20. And you can take that life straw, and unless you're outside in some very dirty, dirty, dirty water, just water out your sink. If you ever have a problem where the water is not clean, that life straw will be enough. You put it in there and you drink it out the straw. And as it comes up through it, it filters all of that different stuff for you. Okay. So that is something that you should definitely have in your bug-in bag. Okay. And if you don't know because you missed the live, you can go watch the Survival Live on the MX Network. And we talked about all that. It was like a 2.5-hour show. And so a bug-in bag is things that you need to have if you are hunkered down in your home and you're not going nowhere for a while. But again, how you going to get gas? You can't use your debit card. You're going to be stuck at home for sure because you can't get no gas. All you got is a debit card. And the power not working. Thanks to Trump. So with that said, y'all, you can check the description in the description of this video. There are links at the bottom of it. You can go get your subscription to MX Network, you guys, and you can watch these lives when I'm live for 24 hours with your free subscription. There's plenty of other stuff you can watch on MX Network for free, but you can watch these lives without there being any commercials or anything in them. Although I am going to go change the setting in the back to whatever YouTube has on it. Apparently there's a lot of videos on there so that it's not that many because I don't want you to have to watch that many over here either. But you do not have to watch any at all if you come over to MX Network. You can get your subscription. The link is in the description of this video. If you love your girl, you can get you a paid one, okay? But it's all right. I love y'all. So, I give away free stuff all the time. You get a free one is fine. And you can come hang out with us and not have to watch any of those things, okay? We got a chat over there too. We got a super chat. We got all of that over there at MX Network. We got the same exact stuff over there that they got over here, except it's better because there ain't no commercials. And it belonged to a Black woman who set it up because I got tired of YouTube hating on me. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, go and support that if nothing else. It's free. Cost you the same thing it did for you to come over here. I do want to remind everybody, there's also a link in there to MX Survival. So you can go over to the website, you guys, and get all your survival needs. We got plenty of survival food over there. We do have life straws. We have some backpacks that will get you started with some survival gear. We have a lot of survival food over there, right? And I like the survival food we have because it is freeze dried. So it's the type that it's not all that stuff like in the MREs you have for all this years and it's air sealed and then you break it out and eat it. It's just freeze dried fruit. We have meat, we have fruit buckets, we have everything else. So go over there. We do have life straws as well. We do have some generators as well that are solar panel, y'all. But I will tell you this, the ones we have are very big. I will tell you that we don't have these on the site, but I want to put y'all up on game. Jackery. I have Jackeries. I love Jackeries. You can go to their website. I should have an affiliate or something with them, but I don't, right? But on my site, I don't have the Jackeries, okay? But I have everything else up there. If you want to go over to MX Survivor, that link is in the description. But Jackeries are really good, you guys. Jackeries are all different sizes. they're I won't say they're not expensive, but they're not overly expensive, right? I have like a small one I pay like maybe $200 for. That one for 24 hours or more will charge all of my appliances, as far as like our cell phones, our small stuff. If the power is on, I need to plug in the internet modem, I can do that with it. I charge all of our phones on it. Then I have a one that's a little bit bigger, it's not very heavy, and I use the solar panels. I bring it in and recharge them, and it keeps them charged every time we go camping or we're doing survival events. I always bring mine in my 2-bedroom tent. They tell me I be glamping, but if we go into some, I'm going out in the woods, I'm gonna live good in a 2-bedroom tent. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Y'all can live like that. Yes, I got my coffee pot and everything. I got a travel Keurig. Don't play with me, okay? They tease me and say I'm glamping, but I don't care. I'm taking all of my stuff with me, okay? But you go to Jackery. Jackery is going to give you the best solar panel generators, you guys, and it's good to have them. They have ones that are a little bit bigger. I pay like $500 for the bigger one, but that sucker will power my refrigerator, my stove for 24 hours, right? And while it's charging it, you put the solar panels outside in the sun. You don't need no gas like other generators. And then you just bring it right in and plug it right into it. So there's never no stopping the source of power. And while it's plugged in, it will fully charge it again. And you just put the panels right back outside again and let the sun charge them, right? So it's the greatest thing. You do got to buy the solar panel separate, but it's still more cost effective. And I think they're probably the best solar power generators out there. So it's Jackery, you guys. So y'all go over and do that. Also, I just want to remind everybody else, last thing, that we do have the class coming up on this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We will be going over 3 ways that you can make money online. It don't cost you nothing to start this, nothing at all. Just put some little effort into it. It is the first 3 ways I teach everybody in my boot camp. And in every boot camp I've had for students that do this, they're always making money by the second week off of one of these ways. Okay. So we're going to just do those 3 ways. It'll be about a 2.5 to 3 hour class on Saturday. There will be a replay, you guys. And the link to the website is over there. The class is $49, but you can get $10 off. It's been like that all week, and that actually ends at midnight tonight, you guys. So if you want to get in on that and save that $10, again, the class is on Saturday. You will get the replay so you can watch it as much as you want to, and then you can go and make you some money, and it don't cost you nothing to get started. Get your feet wet and making money online. One of the ways I'm going to teach you can become very lucrative. You can start for nothing, but after a while, you make some money. If you put a little bit back into it, it can really be a big thing. A lot of people make money in this way. And so anyway, yeah, come and check out the class, and then you can see for a lower cost if you want to be in my boot camp that starts January the 5th, where we go over 10 ways to make money. Shout out to my boot camp if they in here. And everywhere I teach you, I do myself. So I can show you all of the things that I do. I don't teach things that I have not done and I'm not successful at. Okay. So anyway, y'all go check out all of those links. They are in the description. And I'm going to get out of here, y'all. I will see everybody tomorrow. We will start the live over here on YouTube, but we will not be staying here. We will be talking about the church. TD Jakes, we're going to play some clips from somebody that said that he was groomed by TD Jakes, and we're going to talk about his interview a little bit. We'll play some pieces from it. It was a very long one, but I just got a couple pieces from it I want to play. He is a pastor now himself, and the way he talks, and he has some charges against him. I'm tired of the pervertedness in the pulpit. So we're going to have this conversation and take it all the way. This ain't just about TD Jakes. It's about all of this stuff that goes on in the church, all of these perverted pastors, all of the stuff we tend to overlook, and nobody wants to talk about it till it fall out. Now you want to forgive everybody in the name of Jesus. Now I think they need to be slapped in the name of Jesus, but we will save all of that till tomorrow, you guys, and we're going to do that on MX Network. So we'll start here, but we won't stay here. So you make sure you go and get your subscription so that you can watch the full live tomorrow with us on the platform that ain't got no commercials. Other than that, y'all go get ready, right? Stay ready so you don't got to get ready, because Trump is on the loose for the next 4 years, and he about to be kicking some people out, but he about to make stuff hard for some of us too. Okay, so be ready for that. Be ready, because he don't care. Y'all heard him, West Side. Y'all might not have no power, and that's all right with him. I don't know if it's all right with you, but you better go get ready. Somebody said what time? 10 o'clock, y'all. That's when I do my lives. 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. I'll be here at 10 p.m. tomorrow. All right, y'all have a good night and go get yourself ready for what you asked. For whatever, because you don't never know what's coming. Watch out for them drones, okay? They be flying over your home. Stay black, stay strong, and stop doing wrong, okay? If you in the church, stop doing wrong. Y'all have a good night.